The herbology is very important to us. Majority of Africans, especially in our villages, we get all our medicines from herbs. Unfortunately now it's totally threatened, just like all our trees. I have a very good source. Her name is Dene Bowen. I've done some fundraising with her in preservation of our medicinal plants and our medicinal trees. We as Africans, when we're sick and we go to the hospital and they give us medication, we'll still go to what we call the native doctors to also give us maybe some herbal type or potion or whatever. But we forget that these herbal medicines are actually coming from the forest or from trees. Most herbal medicine will probably grow under big trees. Most barks are also, you can take barks, but they say, I don't know what percentage, but a very high percentage of our trees have their leaves, root, all aspect of it medicinal. But a lot of us don't know. What are we using them for now? Firewood. We're burning them. We are deforesting. You talk to even the kings that are supposed to preserve forests now, they will tell you they are not interested in that what they are interested in is selling the forest. So we are totally threatened with this herbal. And the herbal medicine, yes, it needs to be modernized. But I would thank the Catholic Church 100% from the bottom of my heart for what they've done for herbal medicine in Asian land. Most of the people who are healers now actually go to the Catholic Church, funny enough, to get the herbs. Because they are the ones who have preserved it. And most of the herbs are now packaged nicely. The portion said. The herbal medicine, they also tell you, it's not that if you are diabetic, this is supplementary medicine to help you. It doesn't mean you shouldn't try the Western medicine that has portion and has been tested. So nothing tells you, and if your doctor tells you that this particular medicine is going to interrupt with your treatment, then you shouldn't take it. But if all hope is lost and you are dying, what is wrong with experimentation? You might come up with something that will help humanity. And that was what my grandfather did in the village. As a sickling, if I go back to his sickling, he was saved by different herbologists. And that's how he learned his herbology. He will ask them, what did you use for this? He has skin graft. They will say, what did you use for the cough? Then eventually his spirituality developed that he started seeing it in dreams. And even my mother saw some in dreams for him, and they say, you pick up these herbs, you mix it with this, even if they say, my mom said even sometimes they'll ask you, oh, when you are eating chicken, keep some of the blood. Why? Because they need the iron. It's not that they want the chicken blood, it's just because they didn't know the synthetic equivalent of iron. Or they say, oh, add some bones and grind it because they need calcium to mix with it. So it will be very interesting now for the West. I think a lot of Western research have gone to check and analyzed some of this. But somebody who was very close to SmithKline Beecham told me that one of their medication called augmentin, the antibiotics, actually came from herbal juju men in Yoruba land. And it was brought back to the West, cleaned up, then sent back to us, and it was a best-selling antibiotics, broad-spectrum antibiotics. So I wish more of that can be done to safeguard our herbal medicine, because what's happening now is that, one, we are too secretive. There has to be a mass appeal to the herbalist. They don't write things down. Even if they write down, some of them will not pass it on to their children or pass it on to their apprentice, everything they know. So there's too much secret in it, which is wrong. If they weren't born with it, that's one thing they have to realize. Since you were not born with it, somebody taught you. Don't you think you should teach somebody else? So that is why some of our herbal medicine, but it still needs a lot of development, but there are medicines that have worked for people in a lot of ways. And a lot of Africans are using it. But unfortunately, we might not have a choice. We might not be able to use it soon because we are not preserving our forest, where the herbs come from.